Welcome back to One Question, Real Answers. I'm Stefanie Richter, and in my work with service-centric organizations, one theme comes up repeatedly. Leaders are not lacking data, they're lacking clarity around that data. In most service firms, information exists across the organization, but it's fragmented across systems, teams, and ultimately timelines. And because of that, decision-making often happens after the fact instead of in the moment. And what's interesting is that in people-powered businesses, timing matters as much as accuracy. Delayed insight in a service organization often means a missed margin, overutilized teams, or client risk that has already materialized. I'm joined again by my partner in Dynamics, Jen Holman, pre-sales manager at sa.global. And as always, we're joined by Gene Feichtner from Microsoft. Today's question is, what is the biggest operational blind spot in professional and service firms today? Gene, how about you go first?
So, in my experience, the biggest blind spot is the absence of real-time operational visibility across the full service lifecycle. Most service organizations still operate with disconnected views of the business. Project delivery lives in one place, financials in another, resource planning somewhere else, and collaboration somewhere else entirely. That fragmentation means leadership is often looking at lagging indicators instead of live conditions. But services business don't operate in static cycles. Workloads shift daily. Client expectations evolve weekly. Delivery risks then emerge in real time. So when visibility is delayed or fragmented, organizations are forced into reactive decision making. What we see in leading firms is a shift toward connected operational intelligence, bringing project, financial, and resource data together so both leadership and delivery teams are working from the same reality. And what that does is it creates two major improvements: better decisions at the leadership level and less operational overhead for teams who otherwise spend time reporting instead of delivering.
hmm The disconnect between systems and the reality is that one is more consistent with challenges than we see than the other. So many firms believe that they're dealing with a reporting issue, but the real issue is structural. Information is not flowing between those connected systems. So by the time the reports are assembled, the situation has probably already changed. The reports are old news at that point. When firms move towards something like a connected operation where the project data, the finance, resource planning are all together, that's when the collaborations are able to align in real time. And I think that's where we probably see that fundamental shift on how decisions are truly made. It's no longer from a reporting basis, it's from this collaboration that's happening in real time. It becomes less of that chasing information and more about acting on the information.
And what this really highlights is that visibility isn't a reporting function, it's an operating model advantage. And in service organizations, that advantage compounds quickly because it impacts every part of delivery. Thanks again for joining us today. Next time, we're going to challenge one of the most deeply embedded metrics in service firms, utilization.